podcast. This morning we have a special guest, and her name is Miss Wilhelmina Slater. And she's here to talk about the official Grand IMVU pageant. So, Wilhelmina, could you introduce yourself and tell us about the pageant?
Well, thank you for having me, CeCe. I have missed you. Well, I'm Wilhelmina Slater. I am 29 years old. I am the owner of the Miss Grand Info pageant. Me and actually my co-owner, CEO Asia Kovac, we both own the same pageant. I'm also the proud director of Miss France. I am the actual Miss Globe, and I also own a franchise now that is Miss Rwanda, which is an African country franchise, which I'm very proud of. And yes, that's who I am.
Well, welcome. So, what is expected this year for the pageant, and what can the young ladies expect?
That's a great question. The young ladies can expect the unexpected. There are many pageants on IMVU, many pageants, and most of them have a very classic approach regarding the challenges, regarding how they get crowned, prizes. Everything you can imagine is also always very classic. Sometimes there is a pageant who does something more creative and has some type of more spontaneous kind of challenges, but most of them they usually follow a classic guideline. Now ours is going to be very unexpected and very creative, so I can't give too much away. What we can say is expect the unexpected. Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. And so, this is what your, how many years you been doing this?
Oof, I'm about to start yapping. Well, I have been I started in 2015. That's where I completed my first pageant. That's where I competed, actually. And then I took a 5-year hiatus, CeCe. I only came back in 2020. But let's say on and off, 7 years. 7 long years. Yes.
Wow. So, what are the difficulties of being in these pageants? And now that you are a director, what are the difficulties?
I think people don't handle loss very well. But the biggest problem in the pageant community, the biggest difficulty, in my honest opinion, there are a lot of pageants being organized with pre-selected winners, which is something that is horrible. I've seen false crownings before my very own eyes. I have witnessed people getting crowns that did not earn or deserve it. And basically, it's pageantry on IMVU, especially in the Facebook world, is becoming pageants with friends. Let's just say that. If you have a good friend and 3 of your friends are judges, you're winning the pageant. So it doesn't matter if you have invested 2 months of hard work, dedication, effort, and credits. If you happen to compete against somebody who is friends with few judges, they will win and not the earned winner. And that's something that I'm combating. That's why I am doing so many interviews. That's why I'm doing so many speeches at certain events to promote a healthier pageant world, a healthier system, and a more fair system.
And that's absolutely wonderful for that you guys can create a fair pageant for young people that really want to have a fair chance.
Yes.
So we're going to ask you just a little bitty personal question. Okay, I know everybody has noticed that you have a male voice, and it's one thing that I do know about you as a sister. You have never hidden the fact that you are a male behind a female avatar. What are the difficulties or problems that you have ran across with this issue of what they call catfishing?
Well, the two very interesting sides, actually three sides. The first side is when they find out that I'm a guy in real life, they're like, oh, shit. The second one is other guys who are behind female avatars, who are usually gay guys, not all the time, but most of them. I have encountered some jealous behavior, or has been very awkward. People have sometimes changed their behavior towards me when they found out that I was a guy, or how I looked in real life, which is really stupid, but that's the world we live in. And I think the positive part is the part where the ladies or the gay guys really seem to be into me, or even more than before I revealed who I or what I looked like in real life. So it's been more positive than negative. But you can definitely spot, since my coming out, you can definitely spot the people who are men behind female avatars, because they have changed their behavior completely towards me. They have, and that's when you see that there are guys, because guys get very jealous of their guys behind female avatars, especially when you're doing good in a community, or you're being successful, or whatever. Yes, absolutely. It has a bad side.
Final question. When is the date of the event, and what is going to be expected to happen?
Well, that's a great question. Before the dates actually is going to happen in the first week of March. That's where our pageants will take off. And before that, we will have actually an inauguration ball, which you are invited to, the lovely CeCe Smith, which is going to be on Sunday with a special team, and I will send you a personal invitation. What is expected? It's expected to be a pageant like no other pageant before. Crazy challenges, creative challenges, hard challenges, but for prizes, they're going to be just scrumptious, delicious, amazing prizes, and very creative prizes that have never been done before. We are elevating, we are doing a 3D crown, we are doing also some other stuff that I cannot reveal, because it's a surprise. The surprise video still has to come out with the prizes. But let's just say that the prizes are so good, it makes me want to end my reign earlier and compete myself, okay?
It is always a pleasure having you. Ever since I met you, you have become a dear sister of mine, and you are family. So it has always been a pleasure having you on my broadcast. And every time it's very, very pleasant. So I'd like to thank you for coming on the show again and talking about the new project on IMVU pageant. And I'm just thankful. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much for having me, CeCe. Honestly, I am very grateful to be here. Thank you for having me for a second time. First time was already a blessing, and continue to be a light for our community. Thank you.
Again, I would like to thank my sister and pageant director, Miss Wilhelmina Slater, for coming on the show. If you like more information on joining this pageant, contact her. And I'd like to ask for forgiveness for the technical difficulties that I had today, but sometimes you do what you got to do. I like to have different things on the show, and I like to have more interviews. So if you are interested in having an interview on the CeCe Smith broadcast, just let me know. But as for now, I like to say thank you for watching, and have a blessed and safe, wonderful day.